Hello, Team Alabama One. It is now time for another edition of Words of Encouragement. And today we're going to be featuring our CFO, Whitney Oswalt. We're going to be talking Alabama One, Alabama Rural Electric Credit Union, the merger, what's happened with that, what it means to you, what it means in terms of opportunity, what it means in terms of serving our membership. So really excited about this conversation today. How you doing, Whitney?
Doing super, man. How you doing?
Good, good. Well, first thing off the bat, Whitney, in terms of the opportunity that we're presented with Alabama Rural Credit Union being merged with Alabama One, what does that mean in terms of opportunity from a membership standpoint, a team member standpoint, in just the state of Alabama?
Okay. Well, we'll have a map that we're going to cut to in just a moment that kind of gives you a visual depiction of the opportunity. But I would tell you that this is a game-changing opportunity for Alabama One and Alabama Rural Electric Credit Union. You know, most banks have a state charter, and that charter allows them to bank anywhere within the state. Credit unions have a much more restrictive way to branch or grow their market. It's tied to their membership base, and they can only grow, most credit unions, based on how well their membership is growing. And for some credit unions, it's an employment-based membership group. For us, we have a geographic filter membership group that currently or did cover 22 counties in Alabama. But the unique opportunity around Alabama Rural Electric Credit Union is their membership base is tied to 23 electric cooperatives that serve throughout Alabama. So for instance, if you're not an Alabama Power customer, you're likely an Alabama Rural Electric cooperative customer or member. So years ago, Alabama Power didn't want to run power to certain areas, and electric cooperatives banded together back in the Depression and set up cooperatives throughout Alabama to run.
I grew up on one of those cooperatives, by the way, up in Cherokee County.
Cherokee Electric Cooperative.
Yes, right.
And so those cooperatives originated to provide electricity in some very rural areas of Alabama. Well, they have a larger service area as a collective group of 23 electric cooperatives that is larger than what Alabama Power serves. So every one of Alabama Rural Electric Credit Union's members can be a power receiving member of one of those electric cooperatives. And so there's 23 across the state, and to kind of give you an idea of what that translates into, if you look at the map and see the colored areas on the map, that covers 57 of Alabama counties. So it's effectively Alabama One, Alabama Rural Electric Credit Union have a combined field of membership that would cover 57 of the 67 Alabama counties. Not only that, you have the cooperative memberships of the electric cooperatives. There's 23 of them. That's 7,000 employees that you have a potential membership base with. They provide electricity to 500,000 households throughout Alabama, over 100,000 businesses throughout Alabama, and then there's a potential market of over $100 billion in household income in their service areas. So you can just see that the opportunity is just limitless with this merger in terms of opportunity. As a matter of fact, as credit unions go in the state of Alabama, there's really no credit union other than us now with this merger that has a larger field of membership opportunity to grow in the state. So we have the crown jewel of credit union field of memberships in the state of Alabama now through this merger.
Now, when you think about Alabama Rural Electric, it's not a big credit union in and of itself, but you kind of explain the field of membership and the opportunity from a membership growth standpoint, service growth standpoint. But when it comes to our team members, what type of opportunities does it mean for the ARECU team members and the Alabama One members? We're one credit union, but there's going to be some opportunities there, and some have already manifested themselves.
Well, that's true, and that's with bigger opportunities. There's additional needs in order serving that large opportunity. So, it'll be a development opportunity for our team members. There could be new roles created. People could have other avenues of growth and development and promotion within the credit union as a combined institution now, because as you can see, when you try to drive from Florala, Alabama, all the way to North Sand Mountain Credit Union up in Stevenson, Alabama, that's a long drive. I mean, the state is bigger than we appreciate it to be, but when you actually get out in the car and try to drive it, it's really a big state. So there's a lot of territory to cover. There are a lot of relationships that have to be maintained. You have 23 electric cooperatives, and they have their persons of influence within those cooperatives who are very supportive of the credit union, but there's an expectation that comes with that. And so, we just have a need for more growth from the team in Montgomery. They've been given more tools, they've been given more technology, they've been given more products and more services, and they're able to serve their members in ways that they had not been before. They only had about 3,800 members at merger, but obviously you can see their buffet table was a lot bigger than what they could eat from. And so what we're basically doing is marrying opportunity with capability.
Okay.
So Alabama One is capable in terms of, capital, other team resources and technology and marketing in order to leverage this statewide opportunity. So it creates just a lot of opportunity for creativity amongst our team members.
Whitney, several times through the video, we've said Alabama One, we've said Alabama Rural Electric Credit Union, and people may be like, okay, I thought it was a merger. And it is a full-fledged merger where Alabama One is incorporating Alabama Rural Electric. But we chose to keep that name for a lot of reasons. And of course, part of it is because they've been a great credit union serving their memberships. And so we wanted to take advantage of that. But kind of give a little bit more detail of the importance of merging, but yet keeping that brand and that name.
Well, we have our traditional centers where we've operated in West Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Pickens, Fayette, Mount Vernon. We have strong name recognition there as Alabama One. But we don't really have much name recognition outside of those areas, and they built a tremendous legacy with the ARECU. It was chartered in 1969 out of the need or want for them to want to offer credit union services to their employees within the co-op. And one of the things, if you happen to be a team member that lives in an electric co-op service area, they have a publication called Alabama Living, and we can show you a copy of that during the presentation. But it's a publication, a lifestyle publication that goes to all of the member households throughout all 23 of the electric cooperatives. So there's an existing name recognition, if you will, around Alabama Rural Electric. and two, those cooperatives are very invested in that brand.
So like YouTube, YouTube, I think, is it Facebook on YouTube, YouTube on Facebook, or Google, or whatever, and they didn't change the name.
No,
Like things like this happen, but sometimes it's kind of hard for people to understand. Like, if you build a brand, it doesn't mean that you don't get the benefits of all the great services that Alabama One Day, but we also get the benefit of when we walk into one of these co-ops.
well,
Then,
it's it's Coke and Mellow Yellow, it's
Yeah.
Coke and Mr. Pibb.
Right.
I mean, those are all products of Coke,
Right.
but they all have their own brand following. This is no different.
Right.
We're trying to leverage the brand of Alabama Rural Electric Credit Union. It has goodwill, it has value in other parts of the state, certainly within the cooperatives. Why would we not want to leverage on that? And quite frankly, that was a critical ingredient in us having the opportunity to merge, because there was a question from their board about wanting the desire to continue to maintain that brand. And what we committed was, not only do we want to maintain the brand, we want to enhance the brand. So that's the whole MO behind the opportunity. We don't see it as a distraction. We see it as just an additional channel that we can develop loyal membership.
And thank you to all of those team members that are part of Alabama Rural Electric, now part of the Alabama One family, for the great work you've done in building that brand and maintaining that brand, and one that we can proudly go out as a division of Alabama One and represent as we go throughout the state. As we look at this opportunity, I think we've only scratched the surface, Whitney. We've had the likes of Robert Drum come on as a business development person, and as you said, right now he's the guy. He can't cover the whole state, so there could be opportunity there. There could be opportunities as they get more products there, branches, expansion. But take this last few moments here and challenge both our team members that are physically located in our ARECU branch, as well as all of our Alabama One team members, about how they can engage in this opportunity.
Okay. It's a, I want to take a quick shout out to the team. Miss Jane Boysen, who is the CEO, or was the CEO of Alabama Rural Electric Credit Union. She was integral in helping make this opportunity happen for us. She's going to be our market liaison there. We've got Heather Menifee, who's going to be our senior member service manager down there. She's a 21-year employee. She's done an excellent job getting to know the membership. Anna Cherry is a loan officer. She's done a great job. Cecilia Waits is going to be our new financial wellness representative from the Montgomery office. We have Donna Craig, who's going to be our member service person. Cassie Bice is going to work in cards. Heather Headley is a jack of all trades. She's going to work in some member service and some accounting, and flex between some co-op member service opportunities. And then Carrie Wheat is working in compliance with Doug Shelby and them. And Marissa Davis has moved to Tuscaloosa to work in the marketing area, and she is primarily focused on the marketing opportunities around ARECU. So they've all done a great job transitioning, drinking from the fire hose, learning the new products and services that we have. So tremendous opportunity, but you know how it is, with opportunity comes challenge. And I would say the challenge, and I really need to give some credit for something that resonated with me last week. There's a gentleman named Gary Smith, who's the Power South CEO, and he is a regular author in the Alabama Living magazine. And he was sort of speaking in terms of the kind of the pandemic that we're going through right now, and how members of the co-ops are heroes, they're essential services, and he was being thankful to them. what that meant to me was the uniqueness and the opportunity for us to be together as a partner, ARECU and Alabama One, is the challenge of meeting expectations. And the expectations that they have as member cooperatives is maybe somewhat different than our legacy Alabama One membership. Their expectations are high because they're expected to keep the power on 100% of the time, and you know how frustrated we get when the air conditioning is not running. And basically that expectation permeates how they operate in every cooperative. So they're used to having high expectations put on them. They're used to their partners and their vendors delivering a high expectation because of that need. And for us, it's being in a position to deliver that same level of service. ARECU has cultivated that through very hands-on, intimate, phone experience over the years, and their membership has grown accustomed to that. So they're very big on fast response, and then uptime of their products and services being at a very high level. So that's the challenge for us, is to understand that expectation, not just for me and you, but all the way down to our team in Montgomery, but also our teams here, is to understand that, and what we're trying to do, basically deliver on that. And as you know, good players like to play on big stages.
That's right.
And this is a big stage. And all the things that we've done in the last several years, especially the last 2 years, is been in preparation to play on this big stage, whether it's the core conversion or the merger itself or the online banking conversion. All the investments that we've made, we've got the product and service diversity to meet every need of the members. We have insurance, we have wealth. I mean, we've covered every corner, and so we're in a position to really grow this organization and change it and create a lot of opportunity for members, but also our team members for many years ahead. I mean, we're gonna. I think it's just boundless.
Well, thanks for those words. A lot of information shared here with you today from the size and scope of the opportunity that resides there. If you did not hear it in the conversation, there is great opportunity for you as a team member. There's great opportunity for us to grow, great opportunity for us to be a part of doing something really special statewide. Thank you for your great work, both Alabama One and Alabama Rural Electric Credit Union, on the record-setting merger. Now let's become the best team in the state of Alabama by serving our members from the top of the state to the bottom of the state and everywhere in between. This is a great opportunity, but we can't be successful without you. Thank you so much, and this has been your word of encouragement for the day.